Hey Bafana, this video is brought to you by EASYBET. Click the link in the description to sign up and use code FANS50 to receive a 50 Rand sign-up bonus. And also, T&Cs apply. Under 18s are not permitted to gamble. Tango. Welcome to my FANS Wethu TV. It's the World Cup qualifiers. Benin 0, Bafana 2. I'm joined by Mr. Tatana.
Yeah, sure.
Congratulations to our national team.
Yes,
I think I stand to be corrected. We've played Bafana, one of the national teams that has been defeated after, I think today is like 19th game that we've played. That is, of course, not mentioning the defeat to Nigerian penalties. It really doesn't count as a defeat. But then we can tell that, like Hugo Bruce, as we commonly say, is cooking, and literally for all of us, we've been dished up and we, enjoying those meals, and once more to the boys as well, having to win away. It has been like for most of us who've been following up football would know that Bafana would struggle on away games based off, of course, playing conditions, mind games. Even with this game, we're supposed to have trained on the pitch that's supposed to be played where we played, but it didn't happen. But kudos once more to the ones that were given, the chance, and we played typically 4-2-3-1. We had Ronwen Williams, kept another clean sheet there. Congratulations to him. Ngezana, Sibisi. Seeing Ngezana, he's growing stronger. The confidence is building up. But I still feel like in terms of having to be a ball player, that's one aspect. This is my opinion, but most of the time he plays long balls unnecessary. You just have to be calm and be able to play.
That's true.
Sailor, as always, he's marvelous to watch there on the right back as well. Kuriso Modao. He gave us, of course, something, going down the flank. But though I was disappointed first half, this is where because typically, I'm not saying it's always the point.
Yes.
But typically when fullback, when they go down the line, I think there was a ball that was played to him. Supposed to have cut back for, Lyle Foster, because he's always there, but he didn't. He went for a shot. I think, that it's something that we can look and to the next game we can amend, because then that's what we're looking for. However, we're not saying that is his sole responsibility. But those are things that, when you go up, you're going to head up, then, of course, play the ball right across or take a shot. But at that moment in time, first half, it didn't do that. But that doesn't take away the great performance that he gave us. I'm a talent our funny. I think I stand to be corrected once more. I think this was his first start in the national team, and with Obas as well. Obas once more, in terms of the ball play, is not really comfortable. It's like before he gets the ball, he panics,
A lot.
But in terms of him being able to cut, the attacks and giving us that physicality, you can't take away that from him.
Sure.
Hence, I say, Hugo Bruce, he understands how Africa works and he knows the type of players that he wants, Awala's born came in as well. He was there. Didn't see much of him, really. But I think it's good for exposure. But it shouldn't be an exposure at the expense of another player that is good,
That's true.
Kim Matrapa as well. Tapelo, I think, to be honest, he's somewhat a good sub for us, But I'm not, once more, whatever I say, it's not based off I'm not saying a player is not good to play for Bafana or to start the game, but I think as from the bench he does well. Because it was questionable why did they not start Mokwana. He could have benched or even relay for Mokwana. Mokwana, he's a lovely wire for Esperance, and he proved it against Lesotho as well. And then Lyle Foster, oh man, they were great. I think he played very well, with Percy Tau as well. Pesita as well, hard to find him as well. But if you were to look at that team that we're playing against, one thing that they were doing most is like when they get the ball, because we can't talk much about them, you know. And most of their players, they overseas based players, but they don't play for a good team. Some they play for League Two, some they play for Grasshoppers, Zurich and Swiss in the Swiss League, you know, Swiss League. Yeah, I think the back four, most of them they play overseas, right? I think it's one player right back, he plays local.
Sure.
Then the keeper he's a keeper for JDR Stars.
JDR.
Yeah, like Mvela, our national fish, definitely. You know? So it was like a team that is away, because every time when we had the ball, if you notice, they were like defending with somewhat like 6 players, 7 players as well. We scored the goal, you know, and I was thinking most of the time, and shout out to Bodlela to having played that over the defense football, because another thing that I noticed is that we don't have players that can be able to give us like diagonals, because there was where I think Matrapa's strength, that's where we didn't play, because you do like a half moon run, then the centre back has the ball, just has to play it, but they couldn't do that. I think it's something they can see, but he was not sure that can he be able to execute the way that, you know, he'd wanted to. So I think, yeah, that's one thing that we lack, you know, personally, because I saw Pasadena trying as well first half, but didn't happen. But then, of course, as I said to you, kudos to Bodlela having to see Pasadena go down the line, played over the defense, and you know what I said about Ntao having to play the cutback. Pasadena did that, and guess who was there to give us that? Lau Foster as well. You know, game there was no meat into it. Because even Benin, you were not quite sure. They want to use the set pieces, they want to play in transition, like questionable. Second half as well, as we were on the second half, Jayden Adams came in, a police as well, you know, Jayden Adams, man, ice cream, my boy.
He's nice.
Ice cream, you know, the composure, the understanding of the game, because that's one thing that I started to see, that like, okay, we're leading, but why are we rushing the balls? Because they're not pressing us or whatsoever, you know, and that could lead into like one magical moment to them, and it could be a goal. But of course, talking about Jayden Adams, came in, kept calm. We started to play the ball. Got the free kick, which was taken by police, which proves that he is a squad player. You know, every time when he plays, he gives us an assist, he gives us something. And the 2 subs, they connected, and of course we had that goal. So I think for us now, personally, I think if we can still be able to win 3 games consecutively, we gone, man. We're going to the World Cup. And as I said to you, this, I think it was our 19th game, and it makes us, I think, the 3rd ranked team that has a long streak without being beaten. And when you look at the value of our squad, I think it ranges like 34 million euros compared to like 220. Your Senegal, I forgot who's number 1 as well, but like our squad is in the top 3 of the teams that have not been beaten, with like the amount that I've mentioned as well, you know, and like there's other teams. So yeah, man, as they would say, like when was it, in 90 whatever, France, we go USA, Siabangena, and definitely it's really also hard to be able to pick up man of the match, but I think this one, I'll just give it to Pasadena, you know, because I saw him being a lovely wire, and him being a lovely wire, there was tangibles to what he was putting in as well. So congratulations to everybody, and of course congratulations to our country. It's back to local football come Friday as well. You know, we don't talk about other teams, but yet again, people just have to realize that like when Bafana is playing, eliminate the club mentality. We all won, you know, whoever is there is representing us. You have Mapangule there at the bench, he plays for Polokwane City. Who would have thought? You know, you have him, the guy who I spoke about, Apolis, to play for, but we don't talk about it like that, you know. The players who are featuring on the national team, they're our pride and joy. And if there is a team that can be able to immensely contribute towards the advancement, the progression of our national team, let it be. You know, we're gonna congratulate accordingly as well. So I think that kind of mentality, you just have to dismantle it. Thank you to FANS Wethu for this platform, and of course thanks to you, and you doing a wonderful job, and also to Spiwe. May you have a lovely night.
That's it. And I'm gonna continue. You speak so.